More severe storms producing tornadoes. Officials say at least 2 touched down in East Tennessee.
Some welcome sunshine behind the severe weather. Your first alert to how long this is going to last.
And soon you'll get to see Zoo Knoxville's newest residents. What makes these guys different from the past rhinos that we've seen at the zoo?
From your local trusted news source, WVLT News starts now.
We have new details for you tonight after severe weather hits East Tennessee. The National Weather Service is saying at least 2 tornadoes touched down. Thanks for joining us for WVLT News at 5. I'm Brittany Tarwater. National Weather Service says they found evidence of an EF1 tornado in Roane County. They say max wind speed was up to 110 miles per hour. They say the track was along Old Harriman Highway in Oliver Springs. We're told at least 3 homes had trees fall on them. And the National Weather Service says an EF1 tornado hit Cumberland County last night with winds up to 105 miles per hour. Right now, many people are taking in the damage near Crossville. Our Sade Ray shares what one homeowner is saying saved her house.
This is the Big Lick area near Crossville. Strong storms came in last night, destroying homes and trees. Cleanup efforts are underway in Cumberland County after Tuesday night's storm. This barn was destroyed, and there's uprooted trees scattered across the Big Lick community. Patty Guthrie lives on Vandever Road. She and her husband took cover when she saw the tops of the trees swirl.
I was thinking that we were having a tornado, and it was real noisy at that time, and then it kept getting louder, and I knew it was not good, so we stayed in the hallway.
County Emergency Director Travis Cole says 5 homes and a fire station were damaged. 3 of those homes suffered major damage. No injuries were reported. Guthrie says the trees are what saved her home, and she's grateful her barns weren't damaged. In Cumberland County, Sade Ray, WVLT News.
Another barn was demolished during the tornado, a company called Hey Hey Farms. The owner says they have a main barn, but will still work to replace the damaged one. Let's get to our first alert forecast with our first alert meteorologist Spencer Denton, who was tracking these storms start to finish yesterday. Spencer, we're really thankful to see the sunshine today, but still pretty significant damage.
Yeah, we had lots of damage reports out there, Brittany. As far as trees down, we had some power lines down. I saw one down in Hardin Valley that had just snapped in half. Those stronger winds had come through portions of West Knox, and you can see all of these wind damage reports out here across Knox County, back into Anderson County, and then as you go into portions of Cumberland County, of course, with those 2 tornadoes, those confirmed tornadoes that spun up along that line, and we had more wind reports back across southeast Kentucky as well. Certainly an active system. We've been in a pretty active pattern as well, but thankfully some blue sky out there. And look at this, temperatures in the upper 70s, feels fantastic this afternoon, a little bit windy at times, but most areas hanging in the mid to upper 70s. As we talk about our next rain chance, it's not coming anytime soon, but we will see some clouds at least through tomorrow morning. Now, there could be some showers tomorrow night, but for the kids heading out to the bus stop, it could be a little on the cool side, temperatures around 50 degrees. Your first alert to when we'll see even cooler temperatures coming up in the 8-day forecast.
All right, Spencer, thank you. Get to our first alert traffic now. Watching the roads for you on this afternoon commute. I-40 at Pellissippi. It's starting to get a little busy. Our camera is shaking in the wind there, but the sunshine, just like Spencer mentioned, is there. It's been busy on I-40, really, but start to finish all afternoon. I mean, look how heavy it is between Cedar Bluff and Turkey Creek, both directions. It does start to ease up a bit if you're going west once you get a couple miles past Pellissippi. It looks like the Turkey Creek area. We'll back things up so you can get a big picture view and coming back down into where 75 and 40 come together. This is starting to get better near Watt Road, but it does create a bit of a log jam as you're going up that incline. And then in Sevier County, things are also in pretty good shape. We'll check in on traffic in the next half hour. Tonight, anxiety settling in for some Tennessee third graders as the end of the year starts. Those students prepare for their second round of the TCAP testing after not reaching proficient their first time. Evan Lasik with us now. And Evan, you spoke with an elementary school principal about what they are doing to help their students prepare for the test.
Brittany, for many schools such as Norwood Elementary in Anderson County, they have been preparing their students for the chance of needing to take this test again. They have been trying to build a healthy environment that takes some of the stress off for their third graders.
We did a lot of pre-planning on what this week would look like.
Many students looking towards summer, but for some third graders across the state, they may have one more test to worry about. For third graders who did not score proficient on the English language arts portion of the TCAP, they will need to retake the test.
We kind of had some anticipated dates that we put into place, and so we as staff had an idea of a plan already.
The students are graded on a scale of 1 to 4 with the TCAP. This week, parents were informed if their kids scored a 1 or 2, and for those students, they will be retesting Thursday looking for a 3 or 4. Principal Lindsay Faust says her school has been preparing students with a healthy environment to keep testing stress low.
Just keep everything extremely positive, uplifting. We want them to be excited to come each day and to really just do their best and not overstress, but also work really hard to do a great job.
Throughout the year, students at Norwood Elementary are tested to make sure if they do need to retest, they will be ready.
We take practice tests throughout the year, and we set goals for our students. And so students are used to taking these benchmarks throughout the year, and we just praise any growth or any bit of growth that they have from test to test.
Regardless of the test score, there are options to make sure those kids move on.
We want to support the kids in tutoring and even in summer extension school.
Whether through summer camp or tutoring, schools and tutors like Julie Gorman are doing what they can to prepare the students to the best of their ability.
Making them feel safe and that it's okay that you have to take this again. But at the same time, you can't put too much pressure on them because you don't know if they're going to pass it again.
Both Faust and Gorman stress that a test does not define the student, and they want to work with students whether through tutoring or summer camp to make sure that they are not retained. At 6, I'm going to tell you more about what a student will need to do if they do not score proficient on the TCAP.
Evan Lasik, thank you. One East Tennessee school district is going above and beyond to prepare their students for the future. Now they are working to show other schools how to do the same thing. Our Aaron Rogers has more.
Anderson County Schools, they have positions specifically for college readiness. And because of that focus, 90% of their students graduating have been accepted into either college, university, or into trade school. Now, that's not all. 500 hours of dual enrollment have been clocked this year, and 9 graduating seniors already have completed their associate's degree. Now, this is all possible because of the dedication of the post-secondary services. It's a staff specific to getting students ready for what comes next.
Any school system can do this. You just got to come up with enough people who care about it and enough funding to do wraparound services. We always like to say that love changes people. And whether that's loving your students, loving your community, showing people what's possible, it'll make a difference in the way your students act daily.
Now, Hoppy Merriman, she says that when the time that FAFSA comes around, they have tons of volunteers to not only explain the process, but to help students and parents. She says it's the people in the community who change the lives of these students. This year alone, between the 4 high school programs, students were offered over $15 million in scholarships. Merriman says this is all possible because of the people who work and care so much about setting these kids up for success.
Friday, we will get to see Zoo Knoxville's newest additions, Milo and Ranger. They are 3 and 4 years old, southern white rhinos coming from a facility in Florida. The zoo says that they are the grandsons of one of the original rhinos at the zoo. How about that? The zoo is excited for guests to see them.
And it's been very exciting. The herd that we've had for a long time was older, mature rhinos, and it's been very exciting to see what these boys are capable of, how fast they are. I think guests are going to be really, really surprised to see what rhinos can do.
Their home is called the Rhino Reserve, and it's the former elephant exhibit. The zoo opens at 9 on Friday and is open until 5 through the summer. Right now, the Vols are playing Alabama in their first game of the SEC tournament. At last check, Vols are up 11-6. Right now, it is just now getting into the bottom of the 7th inning. The winner of this game moves on to play top seed Texas. Did you know there is a Tennessee sports bar in Japan? Ted and his wife recently went to Tokyo and they tracked it down, and they went prepared with some Tennessee stuff to give to the owner. We're talking balls, ice bears, one knock stuff, and he already has a whole lot. And there's a lot of Tennessee visitors.
They want to say hi to me, you know, enjoy the little piece of.
People coming in.
How's it going?
This place is packed.
Well, this explains how exotic this sports bar is, not why there's a Tennessee-themed spot in Japan. Tonight on WVLT News at 11, Ted's going to explain this one to us. It's a story he's been working on for a while. He's very excited to bring it to us. A little taste of Tennessee all the way in Tokyo. This weekend is the unofficial start of summer, the boating season especially. A look at how TVA is preparing for the season.
Nice little area of dry weather across the region, but we're going to see another rain chance move our way. Your first alert to when we'll see the biggest round of rain and storms coming up in the 8-day forecast.
They may be ready for today's forecast, but are you ready for what comes next? It's never too early to save for their future, and the Tennessee Stars College Savings Program makes it easy. Get started at tnstars.com.
Sports fans sitting at the bar watching the Tennessee game. Vol stuff all over the walls. What makes this Tennessee sports bar unique? This is a Tennessee sports bar in downtown Tokyo, Japan. Tonight at 11. Meteorologist Spencer Denton with your first alert forecast.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
At American Home Design, we hear plenty of reasons to replace an old tub.
As you get older, it's harder to get in and out of tubs. But we can transform your bathroom into something beautiful in just 1 or 2 days.
It was so customizable.
I would recommend American Home Design.
American Home Design was the right call for us. They did great work.
Dad's out of town, and you know what that means. Save $500 to $1,500 on everything we sell. Call American Home Design now.
Knoxville Wholesale Furniture presents the You Get It All sale with 3 superstore locations. North Knoxville on Oak Callahan Road, here next to the West Town Mall. West Knoxville on North Peters Road. Thousands of yellow tag sale prices. 0% free financing, or we pay your sales tax. More custom upholstery, more solid wood, more reclining furniture. Thousands of yellow tag sale prices, 0% free financing, or we pay your sales tax. Knoxville Wholesale Furniture, where you always get more. And now you get it all.
Shrimp delish, shrimp delish. Garlic butter has arrived on our shrimp, fish, and fries. From $5.99, we're out our garlic butter mine. That's right. Captain D's fish delish.
Insurance companies across our area are now using drones to inspect roofs without your knowledge, and many are canceling homeowner policies based on roof condition. Hey guys, it's Anna Christina here for Roof Savers. If your roof is showing signs of aging with black streaks, algae, moss, or missing shingles, it could cost you more than you think. Don't take the risk of losing your insurance. Let Roof Savers help. Our 3-step process extends the life of your roof by up to 10 years with just 1 treatment. First, we can clean your roof, removing dirt, algae, and those unsightly black streaks. Then we perform a roof tune-up, replacing missing shingles and fixing nail pop-ups. Finally, we apply Renew It, giving your roof an extra 10 years of life. Don't risk getting a cancellation letter from your insurance company. Call the number on the screen now to see if your roof qualifies. Roof Savers. Save your roof, save your money.
We've got a first alert weather day tomorrow.
Spring in East Tennessee means severe weather season is here. With fast-moving storms that can disrupt your whole day.
We're tracking strong thunderstorms.
But you're good because you watch WVLT First Alert Weather.
This is that next storm system.
And you get the first alert with forecasts for where you live.
Big changes overnight.
Whether it's sunny or severe, we get it right, you get it first. WVLT First Alert Weather, alerting East Tennessee first.
This weekend marks the unofficial start to the summer travel season, and TVA is preparing the lakes and streams people are set to take advantage of. Our Will Puckett with us now, and Will, a lot of work going on in the River Forecasting Center to get all this done.
Yeah, Britt, many of you will probably remember back in November we outlined the role that the River Forecasting Center played during and after Hurricane Helene swept through East Tennessee, and now work continues on the 9th floor of the TVA tower as the summer boating season and travel season rolls around. The River Forecasting Center controls lakes, rivers, and streams all along the TVA system and works with the dams throughout the system to make sure that water levels are where they need to be and are both making sure the lakes are level too, but also habitat in the streams stay healthy. Now, with summer on the horizon, TVA is preparing for the thousands to set out on these lakes and enjoy the outdoors.
The lakes and rivers are at a good location, a good spot as far as our elevation goes. We've had a very wet spring, and so we have also been holding water back. We're always looking forward to that summer recreation season where we get to utilize these rivers and lakes and reservoirs for the fun that they hold.
One of the missions of TVA is to make sure that people can recreate out on lakes and rivers, adding that in April, early May, the rain that we saw has actually helped get them up to what they call summer pool. Right now, Cherokee, they say, is lagging behind and coming up to that summer pool level. Douglas was a touch also down earlier, but they say Douglas also where it needs to be right now. Cherokee shortly to follow, Britt.
Well, Douglas, one of the most impacted lakes by Helene. There has been extensive cleanup efforts going on there. TVA, though, saying the lake is looking good.
Important to note, those cleanup efforts still continue. It was such a big plume of stuff that shouldn't be there. They're still working to get that out, but TVA says, yep, Douglas is good to go for the summer season. But if you see those crews continuing to work, give them room to do that important work. But right now, Douglas, healthy, ready for the summer.
All right, that's some good news. Well, thanks.
And now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Spencer Denton.
Well, we're finally getting a little dry stretch of weather, a very calm pattern the next few days. In fact, I think we might get 3 or 4 days of calm weather, so we'll take that, especially in this active spring severe weather season. Now, we're looking ahead. Our next big impact, a rain risk Sunday into Monday. We're talking about into Memorial Day. And yes, we could see off and on showers, maybe some thunderstorms. Not looking like a huge severe risk right now, but we'll keep a close eye on it as that next big system comes. But look at this. We have rain all the way to the north of us and well to the south, but much of the region all the way back in the central plains getting a nice break from those severe storms. Let's take you through Futurecast, show you what to expect as we go through tonight into tomorrow morning. Looks pretty dry. We could see a little bit of cloud cover sneaking into the picture as we go into Thursday morning, but off and on, mix of sun and clouds, I think. There could be a stray shower or sprinkle from Crossville to Madisonville. I think for the most part we'll stay dry here in Knoxville, but we still could see a passing shower even into Thursday night. Not a big chance right now at all. This is a very low-end chance of maybe a stray shower. So 50 degrees, mostly clear, much cooler out there tonight. We'll see that southwest wind turning west as we go through the overnight hours. Check out the morning lows. I think we'll be anywhere between 48 and 53 in most spots. So it is definitely going to be a much cooler night. You'll definitely need the jacket as you head out the door in the morning. Make sure the kids have a little extra layer as well. As we take a look at your forecast for your Thursday, we're looking at sun and a few clouds, temperatures in the mid-70s. So still not too bad out there. We'll see a west wind at about 10 to 20. So it is going to be a little on the breezy side tomorrow. And again, temperatures generally running in the mid to upper 70s. So very similar to today with that mix of sun and clouds as you go down toward Athens. Still could get close to 80 degrees down here in portions of Monroe County, McMinn County as well. 77 in Tellico Plains, 78 Madisonville. As you go north, a little bit cooler on the plateau, 71 in Wartburg, 71 Jamestown and Crossville. As you go into southeast Kentucky, low 70s there and low 70s from Tazewell all the way down to Dandridge at about 77, a little bit warmer there, 76 in Newport and 75 in Hartford. It's going to be a beautiful day, I think, or for the most part, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds in Sevier County. As we take a look at the 8-day planner, those temperatures still expected to dip down a little bit, especially toward Friday, as we'll see highs in the upper 60s to near 70. Look at the overnight lows. Check those out in the upper 40s to near 50 the next couple of nights. So some cool nights, some mild days, and then as we go into the weekend, I think we'll be okay on Saturday. We're going to have to watch this. We may get a shower that pops up at some point Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. Scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm as we go into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. So yes, unfortunately, Memorial Day could be a little bit wet, but we will keep you posted on any changes as we get closer.
Don't miss the Bud's Gun Shop and Range Staccato sales event, May 23rd and 24th. There'll be range demos and factory reps on hand with in-store specials. Come to Bud's Gun Shop and Range on Highway 66 in Sevierville.
Let's face it, this isn't the bathroom you dreamed of. Outdated, worn down, maybe even a little embarrassing when the guests come over. Well, good news. West Shore Home is changing the game this Memorial Day. BJ.
Thanks, Joe. Right now, we're offering tons of value with our Memorial Day makeover event. This week, when you buy a full bathroom remodel, you'll get a tub-to-shower conversion in another bathroom absolutely free.
Hold on, you're saying if you use West Shore Home for a full bathroom remodel, you can pick another bathroom in the home and replace that shower completely free?
That's right. This is an easy way to knock out 2 projects at once and stun your guests the next time they come over.
Incredible savings, BJ. But how about for the person who just wants to remodel one bath, or you just want to focus on that shower space? How can you help them?
Great question. Here's the thing. No project is too small. For those that just want to focus on that shower space, we've got a great deal just for them. You can replace that old, outdated tub with a modern walk-in shower and take $3,000 off the entire project.
Folks, call the number on your screen right now. Someone can come out as early as tomorrow to give you a free, no-obligation quote. Whether you're in the early planning phase or ready to move forward right now, you'll be given a price that's good for 1 full year. Buy one, get one is back with West Shore Home's Memorial Day Makeover event. Buy a full bathroom remodel and get a tub-to-shower conversion in another bathroom absolutely free. Or, if you're just interested in that shower space, you can save $3,000 on your project if you call the number on your screen now. Don't miss out.
This time of year, ants, they're the worst.
I mean, do you see this? I don't even know where they're coming from.
Oh yeah, ants thrive in the summer, but I know exactly what's going on here. Yep, they're climbing all these wet bushes right onto your house.
In the south, you got to stop them at the source.
What about termites? I hear they do some serious damage.
I'm glad you asked. We know pests, we know the south, and we know how to keep your home protected.
Cook's Pest Control.
Millions of people called us last year in their time of need. Injured, we became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Try Bojangles crispy hand-breaded bow bites with your favorite sauce today. It's bow time.
Don't miss the Bud's Gun Shop and Range Staccato sales event, May 23rd and 24th. There'll be range demos and factory reps on hand with in-store specials. Come to Bud's Gun Shop and Range on Highway 66 in Sevierville.
Well, when you were in 3rd grade, the focus was likely on making friends, summer camps, and of course, staying out of trouble. But for one 3rd grader here in Tennessee, he decided trying out Taekwondo, and it's changed his world. Here's Steve Melling.
It's recess for 3rd graders at Davidson Academy, which you can imagine gets pretty active. But staying active for 9-year-old Cash Long, not really a challenge. And when it's time to hit the books.
What's another detail that shows maybe she's feeling kind of nervous?
English isn't Cash's top choice, he tells us. It's science or math. But what most don't know about him is that he also shines outside the classroom.
Good. Pop it out there. Just do that. 1, 2, 3.
My dad used to do karate when he was young. And I saw some pictures, and I just decided I wanted to do it.
Cash made that choice at 6 years old to take on Taekwondo at Chris White's Extreme Martial Arts in White House.
Ready to go. 2, 3, 2. All right, good.
Where in 3 years and change, he's a black belt and can do stuff like this.
Sometimes when they're like pumping their foot, or they do like a roundhouse and their hands are down.
Now ranked 5th in the world at his age, you may think things couldn't get better.
Wait till he picks it up.
But they did.
Got kind of excited and started training.
Cash's dad gave me this t-shirt that they've made in order to raise funds for his trip to Norway this fall. But Cash won't just be fighting for himself, he's going to be fighting for Team USA. And luckily, he'll have some familiar faces with him.
I didn't really expect it. I just
Didn't know if I was going to make it or not. I just thought it was an opportunity.
14-year-old Annalyn Nelson and 13-year-old Tyler Kiersitz, who are also students at Chris White's dojo, made Team USA as well.
If I join, cool. If I don't, okay, that's cool.
While all three started in Taekwondo for different reasons,
it was cool to see all of the flips.
The discipline, the hard work they do, beating the fence.
They're gearing up for the experience of a lifetime.
Well, new today, Dolly Parton is expanding her food line. You can buy her line of baked goods, and now she's launching single-serve frozen meals. They're inspired by some of her favorite Southerns she grew up with.
We thought, well, what else can we do? Because everybody loved it. And I have always wanted to have my own line of frozen foods where you can really have those good dishes and just reach out into the refrigerator, pull them out, and just eat them. Just heat and eat.
Yeah, well, officials say the new frozen meals are available at all major grocery stores across the country. The collection includes 4 heat and eat meals, beef pot roast, chicken and dumplings, country fried steak, and shrimp and grits. Dolly says the success of her baking goods line led her to create these food products. Dolly also spoke about the passing of her husband, Carl Dean. He died March 3rd. He was 82 years old. The two were together for nearly 60 years. She says one of the things that's helped her is all the love and support she's received, but she's still learning to live with the loss.
When you lose someone you love and when you've been with them for 60 years, that's a big loss, and you just have to learn new patterns, new ways, new thoughts, and all that. And I'll always miss him, but I try to bring him into all the things I'm doing and kind of just make friends with the emptiness and try to think, well, I'm going to fill it with this or fill it with that.
Yeah, they met outside a laundromat when she was 18 on her first day in Nashville. After he passed away, she said he will always be the star of her life story and even dedicated a song to him. What's called the 100 Deadliest Days of Summer. The campaign Sevier County authorities will be enforcing that focuses on seatbelts.
And temperatures on their way down. Your first alert to which nights will be the coolest. That's coming up in the next half hour.
If you've been in an accident with any of these types of vehicles, the time to act is now. Wedemark Keith has been holding truck drivers and their insurance companies accountable for years. It's more to us. It's personal.
Over the years, we've handed out some pretty large checks, but none have been bigger than the ones we've paid to the Order of the Students in the great state we call home. The Tennessee Lottery, proud to have raised more than $7.5 billion for education. Now that's some game-changing, life-changing fun.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $369 per month lease on a 2025 CR-V two-wheel drive EX.
Far too often, people are being seriously injured and hurt because of negligent drivers distracted by their cell phones. If you've been harmed by a negligent or distracted driver, let us go to work for you. It's more to us. It's personal.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better. So this is better. That too. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Dupixent's not for sudden breathing problems. It helps prevent asthma attacks. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. Also approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
The National Weather Service confirming at least 2 tornadoes hit East Tennessee yesterday. Surveyors say a low-end EF1 hit Roane County near Oliver Springs. The next in Cumberland County. The National Weather Service says that one was an EF1. An Oak Ridge police officer is resigning after being charged with domestic assault. The city says William Cranmore resigned yesterday. Officials say he was in a dispute with his wife about their upcoming divorce. He was arrested Saturday evening at a home on Oak Ridge Highway. A massive manhunt continues in connection with a jailbreak last week in New Orleans. Authorities are still searching for 5 of the 10 inmates who escaped from the Orleans Parish Jail last Friday. They say they're considered armed and dangerous. A 5th inmate was captured yesterday. A maintenance worker is now arrested in connection to the case. Welcome into WVLT News at 5:30. I'm Casey Wheelis. Ted is off tonight. The National Weather Service confirms at least 2 tornadoes hit East Tennessee yesterday. Let's get to meteorologist Spencer Denton, who is joining us now. And Spencer, you spent several hours tracking those storms for us. You've been mentioning some of that rotation exactly where you said those tornadoes happened.
Yeah, the tornadoes spun up along that line. It was kind of a ragged line that moved through, and it produced a lot of wind damage too. So we had the 2 tornado reports. They were very small, for the most part, they were not very long paths, but you can see that many areas saw down trees, few down power lines out there. And again, this is from the National Weather Service right now. They're confirming that 2nd tornado, but at least 1 confirmed officially. Right now, current conditions, man, beautiful blue sky. I told you yesterday the sunshine would break out today behind this system, and it certainly did after some clouds this morning. 77 degrees in Knoxville, 75 in Maryville, 76 in Harriman. So most areas in the low to mid 70s, even some upper 70s out there as well. Really not much going on. Our next rain chance may hold off until tomorrow night. Even that is not a big deal. But as we go into your Thursday, there could be some clouds and maybe a stray sprinkle or shower to the southwest. In the meantime, we'll see temperatures around 57 for the kids heading off to the bus stop. Your first alert to when we'll see the biggest rain chance the next 8 days. That's coming up, plus your weekend forecast.
All right, Spencer, thanks. Let's get to your first alert traffic. Not a whole lot to tell you about. We've got a car off to the side of the road here on I-40 at Pellissippi Parkway, but this is not slowing down traffic too badly. But you can see our traffic maps do show a slowdown, as you can see in our normal area there in Cedar Bluff. Pellissippi Parkway as you head towards the Bluegrass exit. Also looking slow, a wider view. We're seeing just some slowdowns here in the downtown Knoxville area, but everything else is looking good. We have no accidents to tell you about. If anything changes, we'll let you know. Well, parts of Middle Tennessee also seeing damage after the storms. Here's what one neighborhood looks like in Clarksville. Trees pulled apart and power lines knocked to the ground. Officials say no one is hurt, but the storm was strong enough to uproot trees and send them across this yard. It even ripped the patio cover right out of the concrete.
Crazy. It was just fast. It came out of nowhere. There was nothing on the radar. My husband was sitting on the front porch and had to make him come in, and the lines were arcing.
There's a lot of cleanup that needs to happen this week. People in the area say they're just thankful no homes were destroyed. And the National Weather Service officially confirming that EF4 tornado that hit 3 southeastern Kentucky counties on Friday. 19 people died. The National Weather Service says it was almost a mile wide, traveled through Russell, Pulaski, and Laurel counties. 17 people in Laurel County died alone. Officials say the tornado was on the ground for nearly 60 miles. This is Kentucky's only EF4 or EF5 tornado in the past 5 decades. More help for those affected by Helene in Cott County. Tennessee's Community Assistance Corporation is hosting a meeting for people to learn more about the Home Rehabilitation Grant. The meeting is at the Cott County Courthouse in Newport. To qualify, homeowners must meet criteria like income guidelines, lived or own home for at least 1 year, plus the home has damage from Helene. So if you're interested, the next meeting is 6 p.m. on Thursday, next Thursday. For the first time in 5 years, Tennessee will execute a death row inmate, Oscar Smith, convicted in the 1989 triple homicide of his estranged wife and her 2 sons in Nashville. He was supposed to be executed 3 years ago, but Governor Lee stopped it last minute after a step in the lethal injection checklist was not checked off the day of his execution. That led to all executions being put on pause. The state lifted that pause in December when it released its new protocol. But this new protocol is now at the center of a new lawsuit. Many were hoping the governor would pause executions because of that suit, but he denied that request. The lawsuit claims that the Tennessee Department of Corrections is not sourcing its lethal chemicals legally, which means the chemicals could be contaminated, expired, or diluted. The lawsuit is not set to go to trial until January of next year. Data shows more than 100 people die a day in the United States from car crashes. Police say most of them people just not wearing their seatbelts. It's why Sevierville police have a message: click it or ticket. Sevier County Bureau Chief Kyle Granger takes a look at how it could save your life.
It is something police officers say should be first habit: putting on a seatbelt the moment you get in a vehicle. Sevier County EMS responds to thousands of car crashes a year. Director Rick Valentine says the most serious are when someone doesn't wear a seatbelt.
Percentages for severe injury and or death go up dramatically if the victim doesn't have a seatbelt on and they're ejected from the vehicle at high speed.
Valentine says you may be moving slower on the parkway than Interstate 40, but you can still be hurt. The most accidents involve front end damage. No seatbelt means you will be stopped by something.
Yeah, even a slow speed event, a rapid deceleration accident where there's front end damage to your vehicle, you can get thrown into the steering wheel. Your lower extremities can be thrown under the dash.
Sevierville police say during this Memorial Day travel period, they'll be out watching for those driving without a seatbelt. They say after years of education, many simply do not wear a seatbelt.
It's a combination of education, awareness, and enforcement. We want to do our best to get the message out about the promotion of seatbelt usage, that, you know, we still need to remind folks that we do need to wear our seatbelts when we're on our roadways.
For the emergency responders, they say it could mean you simply walking away from the crash, a long recovery in the hospital, or worse.
3 events that happen, you know, there's the impact of the car, there's the impact of you into a part of the vehicle, whether it be a seatbelt, and then your internal organs move as well. And so all 3 of those in a rapid deceleration accident, depending on the mechanism of injury and how fast you were going, there's a high likelihood of injury.
This increased enforcement campaign is going to last through the 1st of June. In Sevierville, Kyle Granger, WVLT News.
Well, today, Allegiant announced 4 new flights out of McGee-Tyson. You can now fly directly to Gulf Shores, Alabama, D.C., Key West, Florida, and Memphis. And before you book, these flights are only on specific days. It's with Allegiant. One-way fares start as low as $39. Memorial Day weekend travel starts soon, and while most are expected to be on the road, more than 3.5 million people are expected to fly. But the FAA changes could impact your travel plans. The agency is reducing the number of flights at the Newark airport by 25%. This is one of the country's busiest airports, but now only 28 arrivals and departures can happen each hour. That will increase to 34 when daily runway construction ends. This could impact the direct flight to Newark from McGee-Tyson. The flight changes are the result of weeks of flight delays and multiple air traffic control outages. The last one happened Monday.
The system as a whole is extremely fragile. It's aged to the point now we're starting to see widespread failures.
Experts say aging equipment is part of the problem at Newark and other airports across the country. Air traffic controllers say staffing shortages are another concern. One who's on trauma leave from Newark says his team was stretched thin during last month's outage.
Pushing people beyond their limits is not good business, period.
Hearing about these shortages might have you nervous to fly, but experts say you shouldn't be. Statistically, flying is still the safest way to travel. Right now, Dollywood and Splash Country are offering discounted tickets in East Tennessee. Dollywood bringing back Sevier County Days starting June 9th. It runs until the 15th. The promotion is also for Splash Country, June 2nd through the 8th. Anyone who works or lives in Sevier County can get a ticket during these dates for $5. Just stop by the ticket booth with your ID or a pay stub. All the money goes to nonprofits in the area. Tomorrow, the Visit Knoxville Open officially kicks off. It's held at Holston Hills and is the 35th year for the event. Sports Director Rick Russo is joining us live at the course. It's a beautiful day to be out there, Rick.
Yes, Casey, and hi, everybody. We are out at this beautiful Holston Hills Country Club where, as you mentioned, tomorrow morning, 156 golfers will begin teeing off in what is the 35th event here, the 35th annual Visit Knoxville Open. In case you didn't know, this is one of the charter events each year on the Corn Ferry Tour. Like last year, the winner's share of the overall purse is $180,000. The golfers really enjoy the test that they get from this challenging but fair Donald Ross designed course. It's an event they and those affiliated with the tour really enjoy returning to each year.
We love it here. I cannot tell you how amazing this community has been to the Corn Ferry Tour, how special this golf course is, the unique history, the McConnell family and all that they've done for the Corn Ferry Tour. Our guys love the competitive test. It's fun, it's fair, and it is steeped in a lot of history. So we're grateful. We love the Knoxville community. Great restaurants, great food, great college sports. You know, it's definitely one of our favorite stops of the year.
Yeah, they love it, and trust me, I've been watching these guys. It's another talented field here in Knoxville, some of whom you will see on the big tour soon. Among them, former Vol standout Rick Lamb, whom we'll hear from coming up next hour. Lamb is currently 14th on the Corn Ferry Tour points list, and that's important because only the top 20 make it at season's end onto the next tour. Well, that's it for now. Again, we'll have more coming up next hour, and don't forget, coming up at 7:30, it's our Visit Knoxville Open Tournament Preview Special. We'll be live right here on the patio at Holston Hills overlooking this beautiful course as we talk golf. We'll have special features, live interview, all that, Casey, coming your way at 7:30 as part of our 7 o'clock news hour. Back to you.
Looking forward to it, Rick. Thanks. Up next, how an EF5 tornado shaped the life of a college student and made her determined to protect others from the danger of tornadoes.
And I'm still putting together a track map on these tornadoes. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about the potential for some more storms in the forecast. That's coming up in your 8-day forecast in just a bit.
Hello, this is Franklin Graham. There's a lot of troubled hearts out there today. Jesus told us, "Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me." You can give him your troubled heart right now. He's the one who can give you peace and comfort in these turbulent times we're living in. You see, the problem we have in this world is sin. And the Bible says all of us are guilty. Every one of us has sinned. But God sent his Son to save us. Jesus Christ came and he took our sins to the cross. He died and shed his blood on the cross. He was buried. But on the third day, God raised his Son to life. And if you're willing to confess your sins and turn from them and believe on the name of Jesus Christ, you can be saved. Just pray this prayer with me right now. Dear God, I'm a sinner. I want to turn from my sins. Forgive me. I believe Jesus is your Son. I want to trust him as my Savior right now. Amen. If you prayed that prayer, call the number right now that's on the screen. We've got people who want to speak with you. God bless you.
At American Home Design, we're transforming dated bathrooms into show places and dangerous old tubs into safer walk-in showers. And we're making a difference in people's lives.
Gives her independence, being able to walk into the shower.
American Home Design has done great work for me and my family, and they stand behind it.
Dad's out of town, and you know what that means.
Save $500 to $1,500 on everything we sell. Call American Home Design now.
American Home Design.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go here, surf's up, here, woo, and here.
Get a new 25 gas-powered Corolla or any new Camry with 4.99 APR financing. Lease a Corolla from $219 a month or Camry from $289 a month.
Your summer starts here and just keeps on going.
Toyota, let's go places.
Shrimp delish, shrimp delish. Garlic butter has arrived on our shrimp, fish, and fries. From $5.99, we're out our garlic butter mine. That's right. Captain D's fish delish.
Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy two, you get two free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy Two Get Two Free sale ends soon.
That's a great deal. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
Get your first alert forecast on WVLT News.
Right now it is peak tornado season. The most powerful is an E5. There has not been one since 2013. It devastated the town of Moore, Oklahoma, killing 24 people. For survivors, life would never be the same. Among them, a child who dedicated her life to saving others. Here's Dave Malkoff.
My homeroom was across the hall, but this
Aria Vargas just had her 20th birthday, a young life shaped by a powerful storm.
I want to show you this that I had printed out.
This is crazy. I've actually never seen this, and I was right there.
Aria seemed like the right choice to help us understand exactly what happened in Moore, Oklahoma a dozen years ago. She's studying why there's still a constant threat both inside and outside of Tornado Alley.
With that hook right there, you have this little swath that's a hail core.
Since she grew up in Moore schools.
Howdy, everyone.
Howdy.
Okay,
And is an aspiring meteorologist at Texas A&M University.
And it is turning into a huge tornado.
And one more reason. When the tornado struck Briarwood Elementary in 2013, Aria was somewhere in here.
Inside this giant ball of destruction, there was 8-year-old me.
In fact, this is a photo of Aria's rescue.
Oh, that clock showed what time the tornado hit at
3:18 p.m.
I live 4 houses down right there.
Aria's two sisters, 4-year-old Karina and 7-month-old Sydney, were killed when the tornado flattened their house. This bench in the school's playground serves as a memorial to Karina.
After being told that I had lost my sisters, it was just a blur.
There are reminders of her sisters on the walls at their home, and one she keeps near her heart.
This locket has part of my sister's ashes in it. If I'm sad and I have just an emotional day, I tend to think about them.
She shared with us letters she wrote to her sisters.
I hate that you left. I hate that she left everybody. I hate that you're never coming back. And I hate that I have to realize that. Writing this definitely helped get it out as well.
This young girl who lost her sisters and survived a tornado has grown up to chase them.
Potentially where tornadoes are.
And predict where they'll hit.
Is this why you do what you do?
I'm studying meteorology is because of them. I don't want a family to go through what I did, especially I don't want an 8-year-old sister to lose their siblings. I don't want parents to lose their kids, and that's what fully motivates me to do what I do and keeps me going, honestly.
Guided by loss, moving forward with purpose. For Eye on America, I'm Dave Malkoff in Moore, Oklahoma.
And now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Spencer Denton.
Well, we have rain chances that are going to continue off and on as we go through the next few days. In fact, just a small rain chance for tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. A little bit bigger, though, as we go into Sunday. And yes, heading into Memorial Day, we're going to have some pretty decent rain chances as well. So here's what we're tracking in that rain risk. And again, this is your next big impact heading into Sunday and Monday, off and on showers and thunderstorms. Probably not the best weather as a lot of folks will actually be off work. But right now, enjoy the sunshine while you can, because look at that, full sunshine all the way back to our west. We are looking at dry conditions out there. As we take a look at Futurecast, not a whole lot to talk about. We could see a couple of showers popping up. This is our next small rain chance as we go into Thursday morning, maybe into Thursday afternoon. So places like Blount and portions, really just Blount and down toward Monroe County and back toward McMinn County, maybe Cumberland County, you might squeeze out a shower. Can't rule one out tomorrow night. Overall, looks like a pretty quiet weather pattern. 57 degrees tonight, mostly clear, so a little on the cool side, but not as cool as it's going to get as we go into the next couple of nights. 57 here in Knoxville, at 54 in Clinton. There could be some low to mid 50s spread out here across the northern part of the plateau. 60 in Newport and 60 in Pigeon Forge. So some areas will actually feel pretty good. Then as we go into tomorrow, temperatures back in the mid 70s. We'll look for sun and a few clouds. As we take a look at the forecast highs, they're going to be a little cooler to the north, a little bit warmer down to the south. Could get close to 80 down here in portions of Monroe and McMinn counties. We're looking at upper 70s in Madisonville, 78 Sweetwater, 71 in Crossville and Jamestown. So those are kind of the cool spots as we go into tomorrow. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s across the board, southeast Kentucky all the way down to Dandridge. A little bit warmer there at 77, 75 in Morristown, 77 in Pigeon Forge. Looks like a pretty good day to be out and about in Sevier County. Here's a look at the 8-day planner. Those temperatures generally in the upper 60s and low 70s as we go through the weekend. Again, slight chance of a shower Saturday. I think we'll see the coolest night Friday night. So that's your first alert to jacket weather when you wake up on Saturday morning. Then by Sunday, here comes those downpours. We're looking for a few showers and storms possible into Memorial Day, and then even into Tuesday. We could see some showers and storms as well. Temperatures remain in the 70s, lows at night in the 50s, so a little bit cooler, but nothing too cold the next several days.
All right, Spencer, thanks. Well, actor and comedian George Wendt died yesterday at the age of 76. He was known for portraying Norm Peterson on the long-running comedy Cheers. On the news of his passing, it didn't take long for the legendary Cheers bar in Boston to set up a memorial in honor of him. Here's Sean Chibak.
Good afternoon, everybody.
We always looked forward to hearing him welcome Norm.
He was the most iconic person in the show. Like, I can't go through a whole shift with people out running, coming through the door, screaming Norm.
Everybody knows your name. Everybody knew his name. George Wendt made Norm Peterson an icon. That dry wit and cheeky smile.
I have impossibly high standards for a woman.
Yeah, she has to like you, right?
On his passing, fans rushing here to pay respects. Cheers Bar in Boston putting a memorial at Norm's seat at the end of the bar.
You kind of expect Norm to be sitting at the edge of the bar working on a beer.
It's always my favorite character, always.
They were sitting right across from his photo in Cheers when they heard the news.
And my husband texted me and said, "Did you hear Norm died and you're there?" So it was, it blew us away. Very sad.
Why does that name ring a bell, Your Honor?
Former Boston Mayor Ray Flynn had a cameo on the show in the 80s, saying that clip put him on the map even more than being mayor.
No matter where I went after that, they'd say, "Ray Flynn, Mayor Ray Flynn, cheers."
From Cheers. Not from Boston, but from Cheers. The then mayor even reading a proclamation.
I proclaimed that this was National Cheers Day in America and that everybody ought to stop and reflect the values that Cheers brings out.
The show, Norm, and Boston tied in history. Where everybody knows your name.
The Cheers Bar website has a memorial page honoring him, totaled one for the road. Well, your top stories are just ahead at 6 o'clock. Here's what our news team's working on today.
Well, it plays a role in summer recreation, but also is critical in flood control year-round. Coming up tonight on WVLT News at 6 o'clock, we're taking you inside TVA's River Forecasting Center and showing you the work that takes place 24/7, 365.
An EF1 tornado caused damage in Cumberland County. Coming up on WVLT News at 6, you'll hear how a man is picking up the pieces of his home.
For some third graders across the state of Tennessee, they're currently preparing to retake the TCAP if they did not score a proficient on the English and language arts portion. I was able to speak with an elementary school in Anderson County about what they're doing to continue helping those students. You can catch that coming up on WVLT News at 6.
Sevierville police say so far this year there have been more than 500 crashes in the city of Sevierville, 2 of them resulting in fatalities. They stress now the importance of wearing a seatbelt, and they're going to be out ticketing folks who are not wearing a seatbelt. We'll take a look at the numbers and why they say it's so important on WVLT News.
Time for Maintenance Master. Come on, who do you call when you need professional plumbing services?
Quality Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
Correct. Call Quality Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical for your plumbing needs.
Don't miss the Bud's Gun Shop and Range Staccato Sales Event, May 23rd and 24th. There'll be range demos and factory reps on hand with in-store specials. Come to Bud's Gun Shop and Range on Highway 66 in Sevierville.
Increasing power to 10x. Increasing power to 50x. Increasing power to 200x. Extreme earning activated.
The only thing better than money is more money. Multiply your win 10, 50, or even 200 times with the Multiplier Instant Games from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun.
A beacon of hope in a world of high prices. Look to the skies, Knoxville. Super Savings is here. Ted Russell Ford is East Tennessee's #1 Volume Ford dealer. Employee pricing is here. You pay what we pay on all new Ford models. Come see the super dealer today at either Ted Russell Ford location, Parkside Drive, or Kingston Pike.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every day you wake, make no mistake, we'll be helping you. What we can't see is in the air we breathe. For your good health's sake, and every breath you take, every breath you take.
Isn't it time you started cooking with gas? Cooking with a natural gas range or oven can provide many benefits, including easy temperature control, self-ignition, and self-cleaning, and cutting about 1/2 the cost of cooking with an electric range. Take a tip from many of today's top chefs. They choose natural gas for a reason. Natural gas is your kitchen companion. Breakfast time, dinner time, anytime.
Dollywood Splash Country, the most trusted water park in the Smokies, is celebrating 25 years of family fun. Feel the rush on more than 20 thrilling slides. Enjoy live music by the wave pool, or relax in a riverside retreat. Plan your visit at Dollywood.com.
It's too hot for this. It's time for Maintenance Masters. Homeowner, who do you call when your AC won't blow cold air?
Quality Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical?
Correct. Call Quality Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical for your HVAC service needs.
Well, right now, one family warning others to prepare their pets for storms after nearly losing their dog during a tornado outbreak. This happened in Nebraska. When the tornado hit, no one ever thought they'd see him again. Here's Mike McKnight.
Next thing I knew, I was getting inundated with drywall and insulation.
Minutes after surviving the tornado, Dave took video of the destroyed house, but the family feared Wrigley would be the worst loss they'd have to endure.
He was what we were most worried about. You know, belongings, possessions can be replaced, but being able to see him again was like, all right, our family's whole and we're okay again.
That emotional reunion with Gina Volanek came a day after the tornado. Friends and volunteers from Muddy Paws Rescue found Wrigley and a neighbor's dog roaming a nearby farm field.
Do you remember me from the day after?
Wrigley here is a little bit too big to be Toto, but he certainly had the experience of a tornado.
Right? And is it still affecting you today, buddy?
For sure, say Gina and Dave.
Just jumpier than he used to be. Gets scared much more easily.
A gust of wind sometimes, if it's hard enough, will startle him a little bit.
This is his first time we've let him get out of the vehicle since the tornado, just because of all the debris.
So Wrigley is carried around as the Volunecks check on construction of their new home.
We're hoping to be back in sometime in July.
The next time we're going to sit and stay put. We're not going to run away.
That's right.
Hopefully there's not a next time.
He does.